as you have already done the alkanes and alkenes, so today we are going to start with the next topic, that is the alkynes. So when we talk about alkynes, so it should strike your mind at that moment that alkyne is also one of the unsaturated compound. Right. So alkyne is one of the unsaturated compound. That means unsaturated, I think you can remember easily that unsaturated ones are those which actually contain double or triple. The double one we have already done, that is with the double bond, and now we are going to start with the chain which will contain at least minimum one triple bond in that, and that is what called as alkynes. So if we talk about the common name, so like alkenes were called as olefins, likewise alkynes are also called as olefins. The reason behind is the same, that is they are oil forming actually, they are oil forming. So if somebody asks you about alkynes, so you should be quick with your answer that whenever you get to see a triple bond, minimum one triple bond in a carbon chain, that means it is a member of alkyne. So if we talk about its suffix, so the ending of its name is with "-ine". Ending of its name is with "-ine" as it belongs to a group of alkyne. So as you can see that it ends with "-ine", so the suffix which is used here is again "-ine". The general formula if we talk about, then it is CnH2n minus 2, where N signifies the same thing, that is the number of carbon atom in a chain. And if we talk about the homologous members, so again its first member is definitely not going to be the meth one, because we know that for an unsaturated compound there should be a double or triple bond present, and for that we need at least one carbon atom, because carbon cannot make a double or triple bond with the hydrogens, right. So it has to make or you can say that minimum one carbon should be present along with that. So the first member is the ethyne, the first member is ethyne, that is with this thing. And the next homolog member is propyne, then butene, then next pentyne. Likewise you can write hexyne, heptyne, octyne, nonine, depending upon the number of carbon atoms in a chain, right. So this is the homologous members, and I think you easily remember what are actually homologous members. They are members of the same family which have got the same suffix, same method of preparation, general method of preparation, same chemical properties. The difference lies only in that the first member differs from the next one by 14 AMU mass and by the CH2 group, like. So this is the homologous series for the alkyne. Likewise, if we talk about the isomerism, then you know that what kind of isomerism it can show? It can show the position as well as the chain isomerism. It can show actually position and the chain isomerism. And you know that I told you in my previous lecture in organic chemistry, general principles of organic chemistry, I made you familiar with all the isomerism techniques. So it obeys actually the structural isomerism one. What technique it obeys? It obeys only the structural isomerism. And what subtypes? The position and the chain. That means chain, we can condense the chain, we can make the chain branch, and if we talk about position, we can actually change the position of the triple bond. Like if it is present at one position, we can change it to the third position. If it is present on the second position, we can move on to the fourth position. This is what we can do if we talk about isomerism, right. So this is the isomerism. Now you know we have a certain kind of classification of alkenes, it is terminal and non-terminal alkynes. So what is the difference, basic difference between two is the simple one, that in terminal alkenes what you will see that the triple bond lies at the corner. It can be on this corner, it can be on that corner. So the thing is that the triple bond lies at the first position, you can say either that's this side or that side. But when we talk about non-terminal techniques, so definitely obviously it doesn't lie at the corner position, it lies somewhat at mid position like this. So this is a member of actually a non-terminal alkyne. So when it is present on the at any of the corner, it is said to be terminal alkyne, but when it is not present at the corners, it is said to be non-terminal alkynes. Now coming on to IUPAC, that is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, we will be doing the IUPAC now. So this is my first question which I am going to take up for you. So as you all know that the first thing in the IUPAC is that we need to select the longest chain, right. So this is what I am doing for you. So this is my longest chain. As you all know that when there is a double or triple bond in a chain, we need to give that carbon containing that double or triple bond as minimum number, right. So it can happen that the chain might shorten up, but still we should have that carbon which carries the triple or the double bond included in a chain. So this is what I have done. So this is my parent chain. The second step is that now I'm going to number the carbon atoms, right? So as you can see that the triple bond is present at the corner, so obviously I need to number it with the minimum number, right? So this is what I'm doing, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is my numbering. Third thing is that I need to write the name, and as we all know that the name consists of 3 parts: prefix, word root, primary suffix and secondary suffix. As there is no secondary suffix because you cannot see any functional group present in this group, right? So this is going to get cancelled. So we have 3 parts left, that is the prefix, word root and primary suffix. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to extract those things and I'm just going to club them. Just look at the board. So this is my prefix at what position? 3 position. So it is 3-methyl. Now next is my word root. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 means bute. Bute. Primary suffix, obviously it is there, right? So it is present at first position. So and the suffix we use is "-ine". So it becomes butyne. So what is that? It is 3-methyl butyne is the IUPAC name for this compound. Let us do more questions. So I have the second one, this. So I have this parent chain. So as I have not left with, I don't see any kind of substituent attached. So that means I can skip the prefix, right? So the second is I have to number it like this. Now let me club the prefix, word root and the primary suffix. So it is, there is no prefix. The word root is bute, and at one position I get to see "-ine", so it is but1-ine, or I can write it as butyne or 1-butyne. It's one and the same thing. Next question. This is my parent chain, no substituent left, so that means we can skip the prefix. So again I need to number it. So I can number it from this side, and also I can number it from this side. So whether I number from this side or that side, my carbon with triple bond is getting only 2 number. So that means I can do it from either side. So let's say that I have selected from this side. So again there is no prefix, word root is but 2-ine. So this is my IUPAC name for this compound, that is but 2-ine, or either you can write 2-butyne, right? The next one is this. Again my parent chain, no side chain, that means no substituent, we can skip off prefix. Again now it's time to number it. So what you can see in this chain, actually this includes the triple bond as well as the double bond. So now the question arises that how you are going to number it, whether you are going to number the carbon with double bond with a minimum number, or a carbon with triple bond with a minimum number, right? So here the question arises. So what you need to do is you need to give the preference, or you can say you have to give the lowest number to the carbon which carries the triple bond, right? So just look at the board. What I'm doing is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. If I number from this side, my triple bond is getting 1 number and my double bond is getting 3 number. But if I do it from this side, so my double bond is getting number 2 and my triple bond is getting 4. So which one is correct? Obviously this one is correct, because whenever you get to see a triple bond in a chain, you need to give it a lowest number. That means it is preferred over -ine. So just let us write the name. So no prefix, so that means we can skip off. Second is word root, so that means we have selected this pattern. So 5 means pent. And what do you get to see? We get to see double bond as well as triple bond, right? So I'll be writing the, I'll be indicating the alkene first, then I'll be writing the, the alkyne, right? So my alkene is at position 3, so that means it is pent 3-ene and 1-ine. But whenever you join ene and ine, what you have to do is you just have to skip this e, right? So it becomes pent 3N 1-ine. It becomes pent 3N 1-ine. So as I was discussing this question, I told you that you can call it as but2-ine or you can call it as 2-butyne. But don't follow this pattern in this thing. But you cannot do this thing, this kind of pattern in this question, because it includes 2 primary suffix actually, right? So it is always better to write in this way, that is following the alphabetical order, in which I am indicating the E alphabet first with the position and then the Y alphabet with the position. So this is what is the basic introduction of the alkynes. So now we are going to start with the important thing, that is the preparation about alkynes. So just look at the board.